Breakfast for Dinner, a short story. When I was a kid, my mother liked to make breakfast for dinner every now and then. I remember one night in particular when she had made breakfast after a long, hard day at work. On that evening so long ago, my mother placed plates of eggs, sausage, fried potatoes, gravy, and extremely burned biscuits in the middle of the table. I remembered waiting to see if anyone noticed. As my mother took her seat at the table, my father said, "Let's bow our heads in prayer." Father then proceeded to say a blessing. In our family, father serves himself first. And my father did reach for the darkest, most burnt biscuit, smiled at my mother, and asked us children how our day was at school. I don't remember what I told him that night, but I do remember watching him smear butter and homemade strawberry jelly on that ugly burned biscuit. My father ate every bite of that thing, never made a face nor uttered a word about it. At the end of the meal, I remember hearing my mother apologize to my father for burning the biscuits, and I'll never forget what he said. "Honey, I love burned biscuits every now and then. I know you had a long, hard day. The children and I will clear the table and wash the dishes. Why don't you go take a relaxing bath?" Later that night, I went to kiss my father goodnight and asked him if he really liked his biscuits burned. My father wrapped me in his arms and he said, "Your mother put in a hard day at work today and she's real tired. And besides, a little burnt biscuit never hurt anyone." As I've grown older, I've thought about that night many times. I learned that loving each other is more important than getting upset about a burnt meal. So please, pass me a biscuit. And yes, the burned one will do just fine.